let's go ahead and jump into the game. Game number 1 in match 3 of the winner's match. What's on the line? This is a spot in Premier League. We're going to find out who will advance on. And of course, the loser will have to play against the winner of the 2 losers from before. That is Suppy and Moonglade. Very unfortunate that one of the foreigners will be knocked out, but let's get it on with this match. In the top right-hand corner, the Chinese pro player, Invictus Gaming's very own, Xigua.
Chihuahua.
Do you know what Xigua means in Chinese?
What does it mean?
It means sandía.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's watermelon.
Yeah, what does Heng Chua mean?
Heng Chua means? It's made up.
It's made up.
Yeah. My dad's name is Chua Chunheng.
Chua Chung Heng.
Chua is his last name, but you say it in Asia, Chua Chunheng. So he's Chunheng as his first name, and then his last name is Chua. So Chunheng Chua.
Chung Heng
Boom.
Chua.
And then
What does that mean?
Well, that's just his name. I
So
don't
it's
think
made
it means
up,
anything. Yeah.
Okay.
What about Vizcara? Hold on. In the top left-hand position, as the Axiom player, the Protoss that has been showing some really good aggression. It is Alicia.
Really good understanding of the matchup by Alicia so far.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see his understanding of CVC seemed really high. So I'm curious to see if he's... Oh, what? He just canceled the hatch. What happened?
Mistake.
I don't think it was misplaced. He must have just
it was a
misplaced.
mistake. He just accidentally canceled it.
Oh no.
And
Well, that's quite an expensive mistake. One that you do not want to make against Alicia. I mean, that's 75 minerals super early on.
Yeah.
And a delayed hatchery.
He's going for a 3 hatch before pool. Probably going to throw down that extractor before the pool as well. I mean, this is a very common build that we see all the time on this map. Because Frost is freaking large.
Yep. And yeah, 3 hatch before pool doesn't have much of an issue against almost anything. Defending, at least. Of course, you have to look out for earlier tech, but maybe he was watching Alicia's game and he noticed that he does not take that early gas. So things that Alicia could do differently is maybe go for 4 gateways instead of 3 and try to apply pressure like that with Zealots.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be able to apply pressure with a Stalker and a Mothership Core like I've been talking about.
Yep.
And that's kind of annoying when you're going for a 3 hatch before pool, because your 3rd queen is going to be pretty delayed, and even when it pops out, you want at least 2 queens to defend a Mothership Core and a Stalker, because one would almost certainly every time die.
Yeah. And look at this. I mean, Alicia just now scouting. This is exactly what you're talking about. He's not going to be able to put pressure out there because of how delayed just everything is. He prioritizes economy so much more than other Protosses. We shouldn't say that. I know you say it's pretty common, but still in the last high-profile Korean casted games that I've seen, they really don't go into... they always double gas, for the most part. That's why I find it so interesting that Alicia is going for just the single gas. 2 additional gateways will go down. Now we see Alicia will scout out the 3rd base and see, okay, that's where you are. And I like this. I don't think he actually revealed himself, Cats, with this probe.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He just cut the creep and he's probably going to drop proxy pylon here. We'll see if he decides. He is currently listing the cyber core, so that's going to be his response. Normally he wouldn't do that, or he hasn't been doing that. I'm curious to see if he's planning to drop any additional gateways, or yeah, I'm not sure. There's the Forge, actually. He seems pretty confident in this build.
Wow. I'm surprised.
And
I'm surprised you go Forge in this build if you know you're already going to put on pressure, you know? I figure might as well just go directly over to a Robo from here.
Yeah, it seems like he's planning to go for the rower regardless, and that's why he's dropping the Forge. But he's definitely going to be warping in Zealots and applying pressure a lot earlier than he was. He's not going to be looking to sit around with those Zealots. That's for sure.
Well, here's the Hurley Harass, and you can see Xigua fending this off really nicely so far. But the Warpin is incoming, 3 Zealots on the way. Mothership Core taking a lot of damage. Now taking some hull damage, that is. And it looks like Alicia's just going to wait for the next round of units, chrono boosting out all the gateways. I love this. And he gets 7 Zealots out so fast. I mean, there is no preemptive Roach Warren here.
Yeah, and that's a little bit tougher to do as well with 3 hatch before pool. This is what it really annoys me. Like when Protoss players do this, it's what bothers me the most when I go hatch first or 3 hatch before pool. That's why normally against one gas, I don't really like doing it too much.
Yeah.
I was hoping Xigua would show me otherwise.
Well,
But it's really hard to fend this kind of thing off without taking too many losses. Like, he's gonna lose both queens. He already forced a spine. If you look at the drone counts, even if this completely failed, they're pretty much dead even. So against one gas, like I was telling you earlier, I prefer staying on 2As for a little bit longer.
it kills both queens, and now finally the time warp will elapse, but additional zealots will be rallied in here. Gets a nice surround on these 2 zealots, but the 3rd hatchery looks like it's going to be going down here. Additional zerglings move into position, but they're just going to take out the pylon. It looks like Xigua will be able to fend this off, but look at how many zerglings there are out on the map. Maybe, will he just go for it? No, he's going to turn around and start attacking.
Yeah, there's not another queen. Xigua just starting to move the queen from his main, but I don't know. Yeah, it will probably make it every time, actually. The Mothership Core not really focusing on the hatchery.
Yeah, but
so
man,
Xigua's going to keep his hatchery.
He'll keep the hatchery, but that was so much damage already done. You can see the income tab dead even, 37 to 36. And with that, Protoss normally don't have this position. It's normally like 50 drones to 40 around there at this time. So just Alicia's position is just so much better. And again, we got to go back to what we were talking about, the preemptive Roach Warren. It's so essential that you get that out. 530 against gateway openings, just to have it there. Especially against Alicia. I mean, against other Protosses that aren't going to be pressuring nearly as much. Against Naniwa, yeah, you can get away with the style like this, but you can see how Alicia has just abused Xigua and Moonglade so far.
Yeah, the big problem with a preemptive Roach Warren when you're going 3 hatch before pull is your economy kicks in a little bit later. So if you have to drop that Roach Warren, you're sacrificing a little bit more than you would normally.
Yeah. It's 4 drones, but it represents a higher percentage, right, of your income. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's really well worded, Andre.
Thanks, bro.
I am astounded.
All right, Alicia is pushing out here. He has, what's his gateway count? It's going to go up to 7 here. 4 additional ones in production. He has a good amount of sentries. And of course, Blinkstalker in +2 attack is on the way. The thing about Frost is, it is a little bit difficult to get the right engagement with these low count. So I'm not sure exactly where it's going to attack into. It looks like the natural base, but there's still room to surround this. There's room to attack into it.
I really like what Shu was doing, though. He basically he's going Hydras, and this is kind of hard to pull off. But he already had so many lings. And what Hydras need is a buffer, right? Like, he already has a large buffer. So I think this is much better than the position that Moonglade was ever in. But having said that, Alicia not really going for Immortals. I think it's gonna play against Xigua a little bit because that's a little bit more tech that Hydras are still really good against. So instead, he's gonna have a lot more units, and he's gonna still be pretty tough.
Some great force yields so far to start things off. Spine crawlers will go down. Another spine crawler in the back. Hydras have maintained themselves. The count is pretty high still. And they are doing good damage, but the Blink Stalkers are just blinking back and not taking a lot of damage. Now finally getting into the hull of a lot of these already elapsed Blinked Stalkers. But the count is pretty high here. Great micro. Xigua not going to be able to hold. And remember, he can still blink into the high ground. That's another thing he has to be so careful about. But it looks like he's not going to do something like that. Drone's getting pulled off the line. That's what he needs to do in the very beginning, not now, because his Hydra count is so low. Such an unfortunate situation for our Chinese Zerg. And it looks like Alicia will just clean up. GG gets called. Alicia, again, showing his PvZ is sick, man. Like, this guy puts on some great aggression.